So here we are at Chad Benion's home, and we are going to check out the furnace and air conditioning system. He has gut it, replace it, as well as some of the ducting. Okay, this is what we have. This furnace is coming out. It's give or take 30 or so plus-ish years old, all getting replaced with new. Coil currently encased in metal. We're going to go ahead and replace it as well. The return drop on this guy is kind of funny. It's only 6 inches wide. We're going to go ahead and put in a 10-inch wide drop. Going to be a little different because we will need a couple little transition pieces just to bring the trunk line over just a little bit from one side to the other, because it will be difficult to slide everything over without the trunk scooting over as well. So that, rebuild some of the gas fittings up here at the top, make sure that happens. Just to get all of that again scooted over this direction a little bit to fit in. A 10-inch drop instead of a 6, and then a 4-inch thick filter box at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and do that, make sure those things get installed on this furnace. Also going to update the gas lines. It's only right, where is that shutoff? There it is. Replace that shutoff, make sure it's hand operable. That's a 3/4 inch. Down to the gas line. All the electrical coming off to the side, it's just currently plugged into the wall. We need to make sure we have an actual switch on this furnace. And then the flue pipes right up and in to the stack in a 6-inch pipe, not double wall. We need to make sure that is double wall before we can call it good. So we'll make sure that that is up to snuff. 4 to 6 reducer. Replace the entire coil, and then the condensate pump here in the back we'll go ahead and rebuild as well. So a brand new pump. That pump just follows the refrigerant lines right outside. We will be replacing the refrigerant lines on this installation. On a number of these joints all the way down the trunk line, they're just not sealed very well. So if we could just go ahead and tape some of these, let's do that. Back at the furnace itself though, let's use the silicone since it's a waterproof seal. That would be better around the coil obviously and whatnot to seal it. When you turn the furnace on right now, there is quite a large gap in between the coil and the top of the furnace, and massive amounts of air is just dumping into this room unnecessarily. So we'll go ahead and make sure that's all fitted together properly and sealed up. So from the furnace, right about here, we're going to pull a return air out of the wall and then pipe it in a 10-inch run right over to the return air drop and then back down to the furnace. So I'm going to show you what the other side of this wall looks like really quick so that we can go ahead and put that return in. Okay, here's the other side of the wall. So we're up against a mirror. This return is going to fit somewhere in this space, right up against this corner, and we're going to go straight through the wall, straight hole, and then connect again like we talked about with ductwork to pipe into the main return plenum. Here's how you get out of the house nicely. It's going to be hard. He has a little spiral staircase to go through the house. You're definitely going to want to use this door for equipment. Then we take a look at the air conditioning system. So this is the old guy they have right now. We're going to go ahead and replace this one with a brand new one. Disconnect is getting replaced as well. We are doing the refrigerant lines. The way they have the condensate right now, it just pipes out, kind of hard to see that, pipes out right next to the refrigerant lines and just drains into the rocks. Fine, acceptable, doable. We can make that happen. We will put a surge protection system on this one using 410 refrigerant and running brand new refrigerant lines all the way out to the unit. So right now, the refrigerant lines and everything else, service ports, the little panel in the back, access panel, and you get at that stuff and you're falling off the ledge onto the bottom. Let's go ahead and position the air conditioning unit such that we can get at that stuff in the future, whether we put it in the corner over here, whether we put it on the side, somewhere else besides hanging off the back ledge.